Okay, so this will be the first plate of IN2100 Advanced Residential Design. And the first plate is an actual client and an accessible apartment. So the actual client you'll be designing for is your classmate, which will be assigned to you. In the pairing scheme you can see in the succeeding pages. So you have two clients for this plate. The first one being your classmate, and the second one a PWD client. So I want you to read through the client profile. This is a two-story apartment, by the way. The PWD client will be living in the ground floor, while your classmate will be renting out the second floor apartment. So the second floor, like I mentioned, is a rented apartment. It should be uh, considered when designing that this is just a rental. So I want you to set up an appointment with your um, classmate client within our class schedule to get to know more about hobbies, their wants, their requirements, and needs for their rented space. So you should be able to determine which ones are feasible as per your client request and which ones are not. So the second floor plumbing is also is fixed, and then you should keep in mind the budget. So although you are not required to submit a costing for this plate, you should uh, keep in mind the budget to avoid specifying expensive furniture and alterations for the space. So in the ground floor, meanwhile, is a 68-year-old lady who has just recently been wheelchair bound. So this prompted her to transfer to the ground floor from the second floor and decided that the second floor be rented out for as an additional income. So you need to redo the entire ground floor where she will now be transferring and residing. So she's looking into a studio type setup wherein it is an open space plan because accessibility is a big factor for considering her case. Plumbing alterations, by the way, are needed. You need to remodel the bathroom because the current bathroom is not accessible. Okay, and it is not PWD compliant. If you take a look at the floor plan of the ground floor, it is quite small and it has to fit in a wheelchair turnaround of about 1.5. So you need to remodel the toilet, and uh, you can omit the storage, by the way, and also keep in mind that there is a pocket garden. You can transfer the door of the pocket garden to either side of the uh, walls. And then keep in mind also to condemn the entrance because the second floor will already be a rented space, so you need to keep in mind that um, there should be no access going from the second floor towards the ground floor. One thing also is to probably add an additional entrance in the ground floor for security reasons. Sorry, in the second floor for security reasons. Okay, so for additional requirements, just read through the design write-up. For the drawing requirements, um, you need to have a cover page. Although I know this is digital submission, you need to have a cover page and then in A4 size and a combined design write-up as well. You need to um, follow the APA style with index citation and references. And keep in mind it should be minimum of 2,000 words and at least 10 references. It should be arranged alphabetically. So please try to apply what you have read based on the literature that I've given. Space programming is also needed, especially a mood board and adjacency studies. You can also submit bubble diagrams if it is necessary, and of course a separate floor plan for each floor with floor pattern, meaning the tiles or whatever flooring material you will be using. Please indicate it in the floor plan together with your furniture layout, and it should also contain proper legend. Okay, and as a reflected ceiling plan for each floor as well, and I need to calculate the requirements for lumens for each room. So calculate the lighting requirements prior to designing, so you'll be able to identify it. Furniture detail, only one is required, which will be the accessible kitchen. And please take note, it should be isometric drawing. Just like the example that I've given you, it should be isometric drawing with specifications. And also do not forget to add dimensions for the isometric drawing specifications, and dimensions are very important. And then two, rendered interior perspectives, which will be done in any convenient scale. It should be show 40% of the interior floor area for the ground floor, and second floor about 40% of the floor area. So I also showed some examples. It can be 2-point or 1-point perspective. It can be manual, or you can use software depending on your available medium. Okay, so 1-point or 2-point, and any medium will do, and then again manual or digitized perspective will do. And then set of pictures for each floor. You should have at least 10 pictures for each floor, which could be your accessories, your other ancillary furniture, probably the artwork, or curtains, whatever pictures you need to show to be able to so that I will be able to have a grasp of what your interior design is. So you can use pictures, and then swatchboard also for each floor from internet database. It should be actual swatch using local paint and finishing swatches. Please use local brands and not uh, foreign. Please also go through the general reminders. Do not forget to label each drawing. Do not forget to label the areas of the room. That is very important. And also go through the schedule for the entire plate. The deadline is October 14. That is the submission of the plate. No deadline extension and no late submission. Please take note, if you do not submit any plate, you automatically get the grade of 5.0. If your plate is late, 4.0. Incomplete plate, if you lack at least one requirement like a design write-up or elevation, that's automatic 4.0. Unfinished plate, say for example you have a perspective that is there but is not rendered, automatic 3.5. that is your minimum grade. And please take note, we do not accept any excuses because your plate is already scheduled for a month. So do not submit photo finish like 1 hour before, because say for example you might have difficulty in the internet or a brownout. So excuses like that will not be accepted. So as much as possible, even try to finish it the day before or 2 days prior the deadline, so that you'll be able to submit it on time. So that again, we will not accept excuses such as you did not have any internet connection, or that there was a brownout or power outage in your area, because this plate is scheduled 1 month ahead of time. And please take note when you should be able to submit requirements on Canvas, such as the floor plan and design narrative. You need to submit it separately on Canvas. Okay, and if you have any questions, please do let us know. I also posted another video of common plate errors which I want you to watch on a separate video. So thank you.